So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So, One Piece Treasure Cruise has now been in maintenance for like a day and a half, more than that even, and obviously it's a big deal. Has never happened since I started, and very soon it will be the longest maintenance in the game's history. So, people are asking a lot of questions. I thought I'd break these down and then give my own opinions of what should happen and maybe could happen. Who knows? But yeah, the first question is why is there a maintenance? Why isn't the game back yet? And basically, like in the middle of the night when I was sleeping, so like in the evening in the US, everything just stopped working in One Piece Treasure Cruise. Now I'm talking everything. Like it's not like what happened last month where we had issues with treasure map, where you could like progress, battle, but you didn't get the rewards properly. They were like delayed a bit, like you could get them eventually if you kept playing, but it wasn't like normal. It wasn't like that. Sure, treasure map didn't work either, but literally nothing worked. If you pulled on a Sugofest, you spent the gems, but you didn't get any of the units you pulled in the box. Likewise, if you pulled tickets from the treasure map or such. So yeah, basically just a huge mess. Thankfully for Bandai's part, this didn't last long. It was like only 15 minutes until the game was put into maintenance, and we've been in maintenance ever since. So yeah, basically we got a letter from Bandai earlier. I'm sure you've read it. Otherwise, you can check it out on Twitter. But basically, they claim there is an issue with how data is stored in the game. They don't really go into any details. They mention that One Piece Treasure Cruise has been running for so long and collected so much data. So now they need to find another solution to store data. And yeah, this seems to be a very complex issue because they say this could take days to fix. And even if they do fix it, it's not a long term solution because they say that this will be a temporary fix and then later down the line we'll do a big update and move into a working long term solution to store our data. And let's be real, nobody really knows what this issue is. One issue with One Piece Treasure Cruise in general is that, as some people call, it's written in spaghetti code. Very old game. It wasn't really properly handled from the beginning. Bandai don't really dare to touch a lot of stuff from the old times. So our actual criticism that Bandai has got is like, how can this happen? How can you not have people that keep track of this? But this might be one of those things that are in the like back end of the game that nobody dares to touch because all the devs who made them don't work at Bandai anymore. So we don't know if it's like a super big issue or it's like, yeah, we just need a bigger server, but they haven't really programmed into moving to a different server. So they need to sort it out, or if it's some like bigger, more complex issue. We just don't know. But they said that the temporary issue is to try and move some data to some other server or something. So we'll see how that goes, if it goes successfully. But the next question is, of course, what compensation can we expect? Because obviously this is a big issue. I think it's safe to say that this is the single biggest issue ever in OPTC. People will say Gem Valley, which also was a big issue, but I don't think that was as big. Maybe it was bigger in terms of emotion, since some people got really upset that some abused Gem Valley to get big advantages. That won't really happen here, but this does affect everybody who plays the game. The AP side as well. Gem Valley was only on global, so this is like the first very big issue for JP for some time. So yeah, it's very likely this will be the longest maintenance ever. And definitely since I started, I think the longest ever is like 2 days on JP or something, and this will surely pass that. But yeah, what compensation can we expect? First, people will ask about gems. And I say that 100 gems minimum. I'd be shocked if it was less. Like, this is such a huge issue, game being down for so long in the middle of a grind event. Like, yeah, it's pretty serious, and like the nature of the issue, it's just a bit embarrassing for Bandai as well. So might as well go big here, keep the player base happy. One thing that could happen is refunds on the treasure map Sugofest. Basically, like the treasure map runs between the same days every time, and like some people legit take days off work to farm. I'm being serious there. I've never done that. When I was I don't know how to say in English, like a temporary worker, when I could decide my own schedule and I want to work. Sure, I could shift around a bit with treasure map, but I don't do that nowadays. I don't take time off for treasure map, but some people do, and like it's incredibly shitty to just have that taken away, and like spending money potentially to pull the units to get higher boosted and to farm. Like most people do pull to make treasure map easier. So now if they don't have the ability to play, like they might even cancel this treasure map. I think it's fair to say that a full refund should be considered, especially just to keep the player base happy after this. And there could be more treasure map compensations. This depends like on the solution. I'll talk a bit more about these in the future slide. It can be like players getting the full point rewards without having to play, like if they get up to 10 million points rewards automatically. It can be that they get certain rank rewards for free. Maybe just everybody gets rank 1 rewards, for example. Could happen, maybe less, it depends. And maybe additional limit break mats given since people weren't able to farm like they should have been. Who knows? Could be some PvP compensation too, but I don't think many people care about this. But I just put it in because, yeah, could happen. And the final big question here is, what about the rest of the month? Because this obviously have implications. And since this is unprecedented, has never happened before, we can only guess what will happen. We don't know. Bandai hasn't given a timeline or anything. But yeah, basically, the big event in December will obviously be the New Year's Sugofest. It usually happens at the end of the month, not in beginning of January. It will be end of December, and it's always after Christmas. So 27th is a pretty likely date around there, since that's around when the Bandai staff will go on holiday as well. So we can assume that before that we should have a treasure map and a Kizuna, and they don't want those events to overlap into the big celebration. Those needs to be taken care of, and we have a clean slate when we move into the second biggest event of the year, which the New Year's Sugofest is. Important to note that it's a big event. So yeah, they could do this in different ways. One possibility is to extend TM and delay Kizuna. And this could be feasible the faster the maintenance is completed. Because sure, we can delay extend treasure map maybe 3 days, delay Kizuna 3 days, might work out exactly, so we complete all events and don't have to run treasure map and Kizuna together, because I don't think they'll do that. They'll avoid that at all costs. Another thing that could happen is that they just cancel treasure map altogether. Like, yeah, this is a mess. This is not what we promised you guys. Like, you weren't able to farm during the weekend as you were expected to. And we don't want to delay the Kizuna and change stuff up. We'll just cancel treasure map and take it from there. And another option they can do is just, yeah, we'll finish treasure map since we've started it. We'll extend it. And instead we'll just skip the Kizuna this month. We not even announced it yet. Like the Boa Legend and such are just data mines. They're not officially confirmed. Bandai can just sit on that Boa for however long they want. The only thing officially confirmed is the 6+ shopper in the image. So we'll 100% get him no matter what. But yeah, a Kizuna cancellation could happen. I don't think it's very likely, but yeah. But in the end, depends on how long this maintenance lasts. Like if we're talking 5-6 days, like Bandai is in trouble. Going to be some overlap between treasure map and Kizuna, if that's the case. And maybe Kizuna will be shortened so it's not lasting as long as usual, stuff like that. And like people don't really want to farm hard during Christmas either, so it's just a bad situation for them. But yeah, here's what I think should happen. My full opinion. I know you guys love my take, so here it is. So yeah, first, just cancel the treasure map. Give everybody in the game the all the pointed rewards and the top rank rewards. So everybody in the game gets the rewards you get if you got rank 1 in the new world. And that's a lot of rewards, remember. It's like 150 gems. So that's where the gems come from as compensation. There's quite a few of limit break materials, stuff like that. Gold keys, like there's a lot of good stuff that you get out of this. And at the same time, you do get point rewards as well. So you get the units, all the gems from that and such. One annoying thing could be like promotion and such, but I think they'll just say that we don't move divisions this month. If you were in New World, you stay there, basically. Another thing I think they should do is, in addition to that, give more limit break materials, because a lot of limit break materials you get from Treasure Map is actually playing in Treasure Map. It's not tied to rewards. So I think it's fair that everybody gets a lot of limit break materials, enough to limit break expand one legend at least. Like, if that doesn't happen, I would personally be pretty dissatisfied, because like, even if Treasure Map begins with, let's say, Tuesday, I won't be able to play anything next week, because it's like I have a lot of work during the weekdays, and right after that it's Christmas, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time of OPTC during Christmas weekend. And then after that is New Year, so yeah. I just want my limit break materials that I should have been able to get if they went as scheduled, basically. I also do think they should refund all gems spent on the Treasure Map Sugofest. Like, this is mainly just to keep all of the whales happy, because they will feel screwed over otherwise. Like, especially if a team cancellation happens, like, sure, most people might be happy, especially if they get the free rewards, but people who plan to rank and such and see everybody get the same stuff and everything, and their gems spent didn't mean anything, yeah, they will feel harshly done by. I also think they should just run Kizuna as normal, and if it's a long Kizuna, just extend it a bit, and if it's a super long maintenance, extend it and make it shorter, basically. And after that, we can continue as normal. That's the best part of this solution. So it will be minimum changes. Most people will be happy. Not too many will be unhappy. And we go on as normal. Yeah, no issues. I think that's the best. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.